You were never ordinary, Virgo. Somewhere deep in your spirit, you've always known there was something sacred about your path, something quietly chosen. Even when life felt too heavy, too demanding, a voice within whispered that you were not meant to live halfway. You came here to restore order to chaos, to bring structure to what others abandon, to anchor heaven into earth through the purity of your intention. And now, as the world begins to shift, the chosen Virgos are awakening. This moment is not coincidence, it is convergence. You have reached a threshold, a vibration where everything that once seemed random begins to reveal its pattern. The universe has been preparing you silently, through every delay and every disappointment, shaping your discernment so that you could hold the weight of destiny with grace. The initiation wasn't punishment, it was precision. You had to be emptied before you could carry divine design. The new moon energy surrounding you now calls for new beginnings, not external ones, but internal rebirths. It's time to plant intention in the soil of your soul. Feel the hum of creation stirring beneath your ribs, ready to sprout the moment you claim your readiness. You are not waiting for alignment. Alignment has been waiting for you. The key is not to look for light outside, but to remember that you are one of the keepers of it. The first sign of awakening is awareness. You begin to notice that your life has followed sacred timing all along, that the heartbreaks were teachers, the solitude was sanctuary, and the restlessness was your spirit resisting smallness. The number 111 may appear as your reminder, manifestation through thought, initiation through clarity. Each time it flashes before you, take it as a nudge from your higher self saying, "Prepare, the code is unlocking." Virgo, your destiny is not about glory, it is about guardianship. You are being entrusted with wisdom because you know how to wield it with humility. The 7 keys you are about to receive are not tools to dominate life, but to harmonize with it. Let the first door open softly within you now. The awareness that you are not seeking purpose. You are remembering it. And from that remembrance, the weight you once carried begins to reveal its sacred meaning. The weight you carried was never meant to break you, Virgo. It was meant to build the kind of strength that destiny requires. Every unseen effort, every night you kept going while no one was watching, was sacred training. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. The heaviness that once felt endless was refining your character, teaching you patience, humility, and precision. The raw materials of divine service. The universe knew that to handle what's coming, your foundation had to be unshakable. You've spent years holding responsibilities that weren't always yours, cleaning up what others left undone, keeping things together when everything around you fractured. Yet even in those moments, grace never left you. The earth element that rules you understands something most forget. Growth begins underground. The roots stretch in silence long before the blossom appears. What you called pressure was the universe deepening your roots so your blessings could grow tall without toppling. Perfectionism, your old companion, was never about control. It was a cry for safety, a longing for order in a world that often feels chaotic. But now, that impulse is transforming into mastery. The same eye that once criticized everything now learns to recognize divine detail. You're shifting from striving to shaping, from effort to embodiment. You no longer need to fix everything. You only need to refine what's truly yours. If you look back, you'll see a pattern. Every time you thought something was ending, it was actually preparing space for something greater. Every challenge strengthened your discernment. Every disappointment taught you where not to invest your light. The number 2 may start to appear, symbols of alignment, reminding you that all the fragments are finding their place. Balance is returning. The spiritual training of Virgo was never glamorous. It was quiet, sacred endurance, polishing your soul until clarity could shine through. Now that endurance becomes your armor and your compass, you are no longer burdened, you are equipped. The same weight that once bent your shoulders is now the reason you stand taller. And as you exhale what's past, the architecture of divine order begins to reveal itself, drawing you closer to the blueprint that has always guided your steps. The design has always been there, Virgo, quiet, intricate, and perfect in its symmetry. What you are stepping into now is not a new path, but the recognition of the divine blueprint that has been guiding you all along. Every challenge, every lesson, every delay has been part of a sacred equation, written in a language your soul already knows. The time has come for you to remember how to read it. You are not here to improvise your life. You are here to align with its sacred architecture. Virgo energy was born for precision. You see patterns where others see chaos, order where others see randomness. That is your holy gift, the ability to translate divine intention into human form. The same attention to detail that others once called perfectionism is actually prophecy. It's how heaven organizes itself through you. When your mind, heart, and actions harmonize, the universe moves effortlessly to support you. That moment of harmony is called the trine, the cosmic symbol of ease and divine cooperation. Everything begins to make sense when you look through this lens. The people who appeared and vanished, the opportunities that paused, the sudden shifts, they were not detours, but alignments. You've been walking a spiral path, not a straight line. Each turn has brought you closer to the center of your own design. The number 333 may echo around you now, showing up as a code of guidance. The universe, your higher self, and your purpose moving as one. This blueprint isn't something you must chase or create. It's something you remember through stillness. When your inner world becomes ordered, your external world follows. Your life is the reflection of the structure within. Every act of mindfulness, every decision rooted in love rather than fear, builds another beam in the cathedral of your destiny. You are learning to trust the rhythm of divine geometry, to move with flow rather than force, to understand that timing isn't delay, but precision. What once felt like waiting was the blueprint arranging itself in your favor. And as you step deeper into this awareness, the first key begins to hum within you, calling you toward the purity of intention, the sacred starting point from which destiny truly unfolds. Purity of intention is the first key, Virgo, the foundation upon which every other key rests. You have always been a being of purpose, but this moment calls you to refine that purpose until it shines with clarity. Intention is the language of creation. It's how the invisible becomes visible. When your motives are clean, the universe responds instantly, as if recognizing its own reflection in you. This is the alchemy of Virgo's heart, to turn effort into devotion and devotion into alignment. Take a breath and ask yourself, why do I desire what I desire? The purity of your answer will determine the purity of your path. True intention is not born from fear or lack. It's born from truth. When you act from wanting to serve, to love, to express what is divine through you, the world bends in your favor. But when intention is clouded by the need for validation, exhaustion follows, because the soul cannot sustain false purpose. The new moon whispers of new beginnings now, urging you to plant intentions that come from your essence, not your ego. This is a moment to cleanse your mental field. Write down your desires, not as demands, but as declarations. Then, in a safe and sacred space, burn the words that no longer feel aligned. Watch the smoke rise, carrying your surrender into the unseen. That is the ritual of release, the act that purifies your vibration. As the ashes settle, speak quietly. Only what serves my highest good remains. Feel the stillness that follows. That silence is confirmation. You may start to see the number 111, a divine signal that thought and manifestation are merging. It's a cosmic reminder that what you focus on becomes your form. Your thoughts are not background noise. They are architecture in motion. Choose them wisely. Virgo, This key marks the shift from striving to aligning. When your intention is pure, your energy is unstoppable because it no longer fragments. Everything begins to flow with the quiet certainty of a river following its course. And as clarity settles into your bones, the next truth reveals itself. Devotion through action. The second key waiting to turn, ready to transform your purpose into motion. Devotion through action is the second key, Virgo. The moment where intention becomes movement, where your sacred vision begins to breathe in the world around you. You've spent years perfecting the art of thinking, planning, and refining. But now the universe is asking for motion infused with meaning. This is not about doing more. It's about doing with purpose. When your actions are aligned with love instead of obligation, every gesture becomes a living prayer. Virgo's service has always been its strength. You find divinity in the details, the way others find it in grand gestures. But somewhere along the way, duty replaced devotion. You began to act out of responsibility instead of reverence. The second key invites you to shift this energy, to see every task, no matter how small, as an offering. Whether you write, teach, heal, or simply listen, your presence sanctifies the moment when your heart leads the motion. This is the alchemy of sacred work. Devotion transforms repetition into ritual. When you make a cup of tea with gratitude, when you write with sincerity, when you care without expectation, you align your frequency with divine service. The heavens respond not to what you do, but to the vibration with which you do it. The sextile aspect in astrology mirrors this harmony, a cosmic symbol of flow through effort, grace through consistency. You may begin to sense signs of protection during this phase, the number 444 appearing when you doubt your path. It's a reminder that unseen forces guard your steps as long as you act with integrity. You are supported in every act that comes from authenticity. Even the smallest step taken with pure devotion ripples across timelines. The key here is presence. Don't rush to complete, move to connect. Every breath is an invitation to infuse light into form. When your work becomes worship, fatigue dissolves, and fulfillment takes its place. Devotion through action turns the mundane into miracle. And as you live from this awareness, the third key begins to shimmer at the edge of your consciousness. The alchemy of discernment, where clarity refines your sacred path even further. Discernment is your sacred compass, Virgo, the third key that refines every decision, every energy, every truth you choose to hold. It is the gift that allows you to sense what belongs and what must be released, the quiet knowing that separates divine alignment from distraction. You have always felt this ability inside you, an inner whisper that analyzes not from fear, but from purity. Yet in the noise of obligation and overthinking, discernment can blur into doubt. This chapter calls you to reclaim it, to let your inner clarity lead without hesitation. Virgo's mind is sharp, designed to see patterns others miss. But true discernment doesn't come from calculation, it comes from communion. When you slow down long enough to listen to your intuition, you realize the answers have always been there, waiting beneath the noise. What feels light expands you. What feels heavy contracts you. That is the sacred science of energy, the language your body speaks fluently if you allow it. This key asks you to become an alchemist of perception. Not everything good is meant for you, and not every opportunity is divine. When you sense tension, confusion, or resistance, pause and breathe. The square aspect in astrology represents this kind of sacred pressure, the friction that forges wisdom. You are not meant to rush decisions during these moments. You are meant to refine them, to hold them up to the light of truth and watch what remains. As you walk through this stage, the number 555 may appear repeatedly, signaling transformation through choice. The universe is testing your ability to select with clarity, not comfort. Each no you speak becomes a declaration of alignment, each boundary you uphold an act of faith. Discernment is spiritual protection in motion. It teaches you that saying no to what's wrong for you is the same as saying yes to your divine timeline. When you trust your inner voice, you step out of confusion and into confidence. This is how you transmute uncertainty into wisdom, thought into intuition, separation into clarity. And as the noise quiets, a new awareness begins to surface. The realization that the greatest refinement is not of your choices, but of how you treat yourself. The next key waits: healing the inner critic. The fourth key is gentleness with yourself, Virgo. The healing of the inner critic that has followed you through every season. You have mastered the art of refinement, but forgotten the grace of rest. For too long, you believed that self-perfection was the only way to stay safe, that if you worked harder, proved more, gave endlessly, you might finally be enough. Yet destiny doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. The voice within that measures, compares, and doubts was never meant to rule you. It was meant to remind you where love still needs to reach. This inner critic is not your enemy. It is an echo of your higher self distorted by fear. It once kept you alert, sharp, prepared. But now, as your consciousness expands, that vigilance must soften into compassion. The same precision that judges can also heal when directed toward understanding. Instead of asking, "What did I do wrong?" ask, "What am I learning to love in myself right now?" That simple shift is the beginning of liberation. Under the light of the full moon, this key activates fully. The full moon reveals what's hidden, illuminating the spaces you've avoided, the tiredness beneath ambition, the tenderness beneath control. When tears rise, let them. That is not weakness, it's release. The number 666 may appear, not as shadow, but as recalibration. It signifies harmony returning, balance between body, mind, and spirit. Healing the inner critic doesn't mean silencing it. It means transforming its voice. Each time it speaks fear, you respond with truth. Each time it repeats doubt, you answer with faith. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love unconditionally, because the universe listens to how you treat your own soul. You will begin to notice the shift, tension dissolving, breath deepening, self-trust returning. Your inner landscape becomes gentler, and as it does, your outer world mirrors that softness. This is the alchemy of acceptance, the purification of the heart through love. And as you rest in this compassion, something begins to loosen its grip inside you. Control fades, trust rises, and you are ready for the fifth key. Surrender to the divine flow that's been waiting to carry you forward. The fifth key is surrender, Virgo, the art of letting go while remaining anchored in faith. You've spent so much of your journey holding the reins, ensuring every detail aligns with precision. But destiny isn't a checklist, it's a current. The more you resist it, the stronger it pulls. The moment you relax, everything begins to move with divine rhythm. Surrender isn't giving up, it's giving over. It's the realization that the universe knows the coordinates of your soul better than your fear ever could. This key calls you to trade control for connection. When you surrender, you stop negotiating with outcomes and start dancing with them. The water element flows through this stage, cleansing rigidity, teaching you to bend without breaking. You are learning to trust that the same intelligence guiding the stars is guiding your next step. Let it. When you stop forcing direction, your intuition sharpens. Guidance that was once drowned by noise begins to surface in dreams, songs, conversations, even silence. You may begin to see the number 777, a holy whisper that divine order is in motion. It is confirmation that your energy no longer needs to chase what's meant for you. It will arrive effortlessly when you move with grace. Take a moment each day to ground this awareness through ritual. Sit quietly, breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. As you release, visualize yourself handing your worries to the light. Feel gratitude rise, as if you've already received the answer. That emotion is the key. It unlocks manifestation through trust, not tension. Surrender doesn't mean becoming passive. It means partnering with purpose. You still take action, but your steps come from peace, not panic. The difference is vibration, and vibration determines everything. In surrender, miracles don't just appear, they organize themselves around you. As your grip softens, a new kind of strength emerges. You begin to sense that freedom and control were never opposites. They were phases of the same awakening. This surrender prepares you for expansion, where your service becomes sacred and your sovereignty returns. The next keys are calling, two forces ready to merge into one truth: to serve without losing yourself, and to reign without losing grace. The sixth and seventh keys arrive together, Virgo, for they are twins of purpose, service and sovereignty. You cannot embody one without the other. For lifetimes, your instinct has been to serve, to heal, to fix, to bring order where others sow chaos. Service has always been your devotion, but the new energy asks for a different kind of offering. It's no longer about losing yourself in others' needs. It's about giving from fullness, not depletion. The universe doesn't want your exhaustion. It wants your radiance. This is the rebalancing of the chosen Virgo. Service, when rooted in love for self, becomes sacred. It stops being sacrifice and starts being expansion. You begin to understand that saying yes from alignment has more power than saying yes from obligation. You are learning that sovereignty, the remembrance of your divine authority, is not arrogance, but alignment with truth. You were never meant to shrink to seem humble. Humility is not hiding. True humility is knowing your light comes from God and shining it without apology. Astrologically, this is the opposition aspect, the perfect balance between giving and holding, pouring and receiving. The cosmos calls you to master both. You are the healer and the sovereign, the servant and the architect. One hand offers, the other sustains. When these polarities meet, they form a circle, complete, infinite, divine. Signs of this integration may appear as the number 888, the vibration of abundance and equilibrium. It's the universe's way of saying your energy flow is now balanced. What you give will return multiplied. Let this truth reshape how you serve. Pour your wisdom only where it can grow. Guard your peace as you would guard holy ground. In this mastery, you realize that serving others from sovereignty transforms everything you touch. You lift people not by carrying them, but by walking in truth so boldly they remember their own. This is the evolution of Virgo's purpose, the merging of devotion and power, the union of grace and authority. And as you live this harmony, one final revelation unfolds: the coronation of your destiny, the moment where all 7 keys turn at once, unlocking the full expression of who you were born to be. This is the moment of coronation, Virgo, the silent unfolding of everything you were designed to become. You have walked through the 7 keys and found that each one was not a destination, but a reflection of who you already were. The awakening, the endurance, the architecture, the intention, the devotion, the discernment, the surrender. All of them were doorways leading back to your own divine center. The blueprint has always lived within you. Now it begins to glow. The chosen Virgo rises not through grand announcements but through quiet authority. Your energy no longer seeks validation. It emanates certainty. You are the builder of new realities, the keeper of order, the vessel through which divine precision moves. Every trial has refined your vibration until it matches the frequency of destiny itself. You no longer chase alignment. You are the embodiment of it. The heavens recognize this shift. The full moon in the 10th house shines upon you now, a mirror reflecting the mastery you've earned through grace and grit alike. You may sense completion in subtle ways, the number 999 appearing as a seal of closure, whispers of peace instead of urgency. This is the universe's way of saying, "It is done." Your waiting was transformation. The crown you wear is not gold or jeweled. It is invisible light resting upon your spirit. It signifies leadership without dominance, wisdom without pride, power without force. You rule not over others, but over yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your energy. That is true sovereignty. Take a breath and feel the pulse of destiny beating with your own. The keys are no longer separate. They have fused into one eternal vibration, mastery through love. From this point on, everything you do carries sacred resonance. Your words heal. Your presence steadies. Your precision creates order where confusion once lived. Speak your decree now, Virgo. I claim my destiny. I serve with love. I walk in divine precision. Let it echo through your field, sealing the journey that has shaped you. You are no longer preparing. You are prepared. The chosen have risen, and you, Virgo, stand among them, crowned by purpose, guided by peace, and aligned forever with the order of heaven.